Hello everybody, Mike, aka the Magico13, here with episode 22 of the Out of This World series. We are on the moon with Dunzer Kerman. We are hopefully going to be redocking with the Mun Explorer when it comes back around to just above us. After that, you can see the science core will be finished, and then I've got the Lathe Probe set up and a Mooner care package, which will include a bunch of stuff you'll see later, but solar panels and some extra probes and some radiators. Yes, so in terms of solar panels, I mean the extendable ones. I'm going to try to attach them using Kerbal attachment system to the Kethane lander thing, so I can just leave it running all the time, and I made the, what is it called? I made the radiators grabbable as well, so that we can attach radiators so that it doesn't end up overheating, because that would be a bit of a disaster. So we are here in the Mooner crater. This thing needs to come all the way around still, so I'm just going to time warp until this is around. I may not do anything with the moon until then, and we might just go straight to the Lathe Probe. So I think let's try it now. I'm going to actually hide the Kerbal construction time window. My surface velocity is apparently not a number. I'm a little concerned about that. I hope my game is not broken. I'm really concerned that these are not a number. Let me check the log. Look, rotation vector 0 is 0. I don't know. Oh shoot, I accidentally cut off the thrust. Okay, despite that somewhat problematic limitation, we really should jump into, like, that crater. I don't think that's anything else. And there's the Kerbin rising. That's really pretty. I don't have cheats on. My ship doesn't exist. My ship does not exist. What is happening? I have no orbit, and my ship doesn't exist. I'm gonna go with that's probably a bug. Okay, let's try quick loading. Hopefully that's not persistent through these. Okay, I have a surface velocity. Good. Okay. I'm gonna assume that this is working properly now. Okay. Now that that seems to be working properly, I'm going to quick save again really quick, and we are off. There's Joule popping up. Okay. I'm going to get in orbit and try to dock with this thing, and then I will meet you guys. So I'm about to circularize my orbit, and it's just a matter of doing this tiny little burn, and that will get us a fairly close encounter on the other side, and then I just need to do a little bit of adjusting to get the orbits perfect. So I'd like to apologize for not having more videos out lately. I missed last Wednesday, no, I missed last Friday and this past Wednesday. I've just been so busy because it's been finals week and all that, so I just haven't really had an opportunity to make any videos, so I am now trying to make one right now, obviously, for tomorrow, which is Friday. All my plans that I have had have sort of been shuffled around, so I haven't had quite as much time to make videos and do the other KSP related things that I wanted to do, which is not really an issue. because I've been keeping busy, and it's been fun. Like, I went on a 4-mile hike today, which was a lot of fun. And that was a rather smooth docking. So now we need to EVA Dunzer Kerman and have him suddenly start floating away. Get him in the lab module. Grab onto that. Hop in. We can't quite refuel this. We still got 12 units of fuel in the tanks, so that's pretty nice. Let's process lab data, mystery goo. Let's clean the experiments. And then that's probably good for this part of the episode. I think I'm just going to keep these guys up in here until we send out the Mun care package, and so I'm just going to do the Lathe Probe up next, I suppose. So I'm just going to wait until then. Until then, I'm just going to probably scan things. So there's a Joule eclipse right now, and I don't really want to deal with it, so I'm actually just going to warp to complete because it's only been like 4 hours of the 1 day and 20 hours that are required for this. So let's just warp it. I could have used that time for something useful, but oh well. So this is 2 days, 9 hours, 2 days, 0 hours. Sweet. You know, I do actually have some science I could get from the station, but I'm not too worried about that. That's not actually what I want from that. Oh well. Okay. So, Lathe Probe time, I suppose? Don't happen to know if I can quick save before that, but oh well. Let's just launch. So this is the Lathe Probe. It's got 6.5 kilometers per second of delta V. I hope that is enough. I don't actually know whether or not it is. It being a probe means we've got to use the flight computer. Let's see. When is the next transfer to Lathe? Kerbin to Lathe is in 7 hours. So if we get this up, let's add a 10-minute margin, and if we get this up, then we should be totally fine. So we drop these and then do that. That seems silly. Let's do those at the same time. Drop these, activate that engine, drop this, that engine, drop those. That can probably go down, and then these chutes never need to actually deploy, but we can deploy them when we drop them. Alright, this is the Lathe Probe. I built this a while ago. I don't remember exactly what is in this, so it's going to be kind of interesting. Let's activate this. Let's turn far on. I do have the new version. That means that the ship will just disintegrate if I do things wrong. So hopefully we don't, and all the thrust to weight and all that should be balanced. And let's go for it. It's pretty wobbly, which is unfortunate. Probably don't want these fins back here. Yeah, those just bouncing around. Let's actually load from quick save, and I'm going to try not using the flight computer at first. I'm going to have it set, I'm going to turn SAS on, because apparently that was on or something. These go up, this goes down to here. And let's just try with SAS at first. I want to actually try something that I have never tried, and that is launching a rocket and then not really touching the controls after you start your gravity turn. That's theoretically possible with FAR, and I've never done it, and I think it could be interesting to try, so I'm going to. Let's turn it over, and then disable that. And it should steady itself, and then hopefully just ride the prograde marker the whole way up. We have an alarm set. This will be in 7 hours, though. So let's just time warp up. I could try that. But the only issue is, if we do that, then we end up going all the way to, like, Eve. And I don't really want to go to Eve. So hopefully we would be in reach of Kerbin, otherwise there would definitely be issues. So let's try it anyway. That is a 40-second burn with the current stage, which actually won't be enough. Yeah, that's probably good. Let's leave that. The next thing to finish is, let's turn far off, is in a little over a day, and that is the Mun Care package. We will be doing this in 19 hours, so we will actually get to Laythe before that is finished. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's quick save, speed up time. Speed it up all the way. New simulation body unlocked. Cool. We are still time warping past that, which is not what I wanted. It's a little unfortunate, but we have a Laythe encounter then. Let's quick save now. I'm gonna quick save a lot, probably. I don't know if I will have control when I get here. Add a maneuver at the descending node. Okay, so we will get there in 53 minutes, and we will leave in 2 hours. So our periapsis is an hour 27. 1 hour 27 minutes. In an hour and 27 minutes, I want you to do the materials bay and the mystery goo and the temperature. And then let's reset this back to 0. And what that will do is, hopefully when we go by when we get to periapsis, it will do the proper things and we'll be good then. Let's actually see if I do this at that periapsis, can I bring this down for really cheap? Huh, if I do that, I can get a Kerbin encounter. And that would be handy. After going by the moon first. So let's see if I can do a stupidly complicated gravity assist move. I'm really, really hoping I can, because that would be really exciting. So I'm going to quick save that, and I'm going to warp up until we are going to cross into the sphere of influence, which is now. Let's actually close the alarm. I'm fairly certain. This is high over Joule. That's not what we want. Okay. So, temperature is not useful. Materials bay. High overlay. Only 37 signs. That's disappointing. And a mystery goo. I don't know if I did the right ones. So I'm actually going to redo them really quick. We need to do a 19-second burn in about 30 seconds. I am quite nervous about this. I'm hoping that it works right. Okay, we were off by a little bit. That's okay. When are these set to go? Can you not set those to go? I don't know. I'm gonna just do them now. Space near Laythe. Space near Laythe. Stop turning. Transmit that. Keep that. Okay. So yeah, you can actually do that. That's pretty cool. What have we got in store now? So Laythe escape. Okay. So this is not quite the fun that we were expecting. So if this works properly, I have it set up to get us a really close Kerbin periapsis after we fly by the moon at a later point in time. We're about to find out if I did this right. So this should be a really quick burn that executes. And what did it do? We have, in fact, a full-on Kerbin Collision in about 2 days. I shouldn't have to touch this anymore, but yeah, so that's the power of gravity assists. We've barely spent anything in terms of fuel. I still have another 1.5 kilometers in this stage alone, and I'm pretty much only using this stage right now, which you guys saw how much fuel that had earlier. All I really did, pointed at Laythe. Once I got it there, just a couple little burns. I think I spent like 400 meters per second after I got to Laythe, maybe 500 to get an encounter with the moon, which will then, you'll see, raise our orbit to the point that we get a Kerbin encounter that will, in fact, collide. So that's pretty exciting. This is one of the things you can do with Joule in the stock system as well, because Joule also has all the moons in the stock system, just some slightly different ones. And you can do a bunch of gravity assists to do that. And I have basically ignored the fact that we are around Laythe, which is kind of disappointing because it's very, very pretty. I want to land there soon, so hopefully that will happen. Apparently, yes, tons of null reference exceptions, unfortunately, and our orbit and all that is messed up. I'm going to, let me see, that's got about 20 hours left. Let's get out of Laythe system, and then, yeah, that messed that up. That's what I was expecting. I don't know why the alarm clock is not throttling down the time warp like it's supposed to be, but hopefully we still have our really awesome Kerbin encounter. I need to increase the conic samples. What is happening? I don't know what this is that's currently happening. Is it because of the null references exceptions? I'm not throttled up. I'm going to be really disappointed if the Laythe terrain or whatever just messed up. Let's try quick saving, quick loading again. Yeah, this is changing again. What is happening? I have no idea. That's really, really irritating. Let's increase the conic samples. They'll still get us a Kerbin periapsis. Just not as nice of one. Maybe I can fix that by throttling up immediately. Or not throttling up, but time warping immediately. And maybe now it won't have changed. Yeah, that looks a little better. And that'll get us a really low periapsis. Okay. Still no issue. No, not sure why that was happening. I'm going to throttle down the time warp when we get really close. Let's keep it there. It's not quite what I had in mind, but good enough. So now we come up around to Joule, and not to Joule, to the Moon. And in fact, the build list is finished. Okay, that actually worked. We'll fly by the Moon, and then we will get a Kerbin periapsis in 18 hours. For basically free. Okay, so we have a Kerbin periapsis of 912 kilometers. We'll be entering in 17 hours, maybe around here. Let's see if we can't lower the periapsis into the atmosphere. 100,000 meters. 7254. So I think that will work pretty perfectly, and that is not for another 10 hours. So I'm going to let this rotate to point at the node, and then I'm going to end the episode here. And next time we will be sending the Mun care package, and I need to throw some other things into the build list, maybe starting the Laythe colony next time, which means Ethan will be in charge of the Laythe colony. I might send Max there for the time being until we get better comm systems and better life support systems. We can't go to Eve. So I want to thank you all for watching. It has been quite fun for me. This is one of the first times I've really gotten a chance to play in quite a while. And I've been wanting to do this mission for a while, and it ended up being really cool because I could do a bunch of gravity assists to save on Delta V, or just to save on fuel. We actually have a lot of fuel left in this, so I might be able to rendezvous with it, and then like send it somewhere else and just kind of keep reusing it. The only issue is I have to reset these. I could actually, it's doable. If I get this close to the science station, I could reset these as long as I send up the science core part. So I want to thank you all for watching. I'm Mike, aka TheMagico13. I will see you all next time.